County Armagh Community Development provides monitoring support and training to community groups based in Orange Halls across County Armagh. In 2005 there were 6 community groups using Orange Halls as community venues. As a result of the work of CACD, that number has grown across County Armagh to over 65. Correspondingly, there has been a huge upsurge in terms of educational classes and social activities.
County Armagh, like so many other parts of Northern Ireland, has suffered heavily during the Troubles. 67 local members of the Orange Institution lost their lives, with hundreds more injured or traumatised, leaving the Protestant people in fear, isolation and vulnerable. CACD has encouraged groups and individuals to engage more fully with the statutory sector, for example local councils and the Equality Commission.
I think that CACD is making a very positive change because we're all about people. We don't change people, we help people to change. And I think in terms of community development, that's really the way to go. It's not about leading anyone to where they don't wish to go. It's about helping them to find the right path and to guide them along that path.
The fact that we've got over 60 groups now, development associations, and they've all benefited from funding that's been available, and as well as that they're now being open to the community, and we're bringing people in from throughout the local community to participate in events, and that is a very worthwhile exercise. Well, we've various things. There's computer classes, flower arranging, there's dancing, over 50 clubs, tea clubs, a whole wide range of things, and it's just good to see the halls being used for that purpose. And I would just like to see more associations created in various other areas.
CACD is a very strong organisation, very well organised. They have lots of very good ideas of bringing the community together and getting all parts of the community to participate in community events. My job for the Commission is to do some community capacity building and to really find ways to get information about equality rights to people in the community. We've done a few sessions actually with them, and I think the people generally have said things like, I didn't realise you were there if I had a problem. And we just feel that people generally are getting to know what their rights are in a way that they wouldn't have before.
We do a lot of family activities and fundraising activities for the community. We have barbecues and we have nights where we bring a local butcher in and he does carveries and that type of thing. We organise shoots where we get a group of friends together and we have a clay pigeon shoot. And we ran a Halloween night, and we have done for the last number of years. And it's very much a family orientated night. It's important for a small community like we have here that they have a focal point. We also need advice and help to help us organise the planning and the fundraising activities to make sure we're heading in the right direction.
County Armagh Community Development provide an invaluable service to this group, and I would expect to other groups, because after all we're all volunteers and we knew absolutely nothing about community development work, and with the assistance of the staff in the office and with the help of their facilitating of trainings, we've been able to learn so much more. We receive the newsletter on a monthly basis. This is a fantastic asset to us, as well as allowing us to showcase our events and to promote them. We also receive news of any funding that is upcoming, which gives us the opportunity then to make application.
The County Armagh Development Officers help build capacity, and they assist the groups to understand what it is they're doing, the roles of the committee, the training that they give them, and the understanding of good governance in their management of their accounts and their constitution and their paperwork.
I'm involved in a lot of voluntary youth work, so this particular course is very beneficial to me. I think that it's brilliant that there is such a place that everybody can come and join and benefit from the courses that are being run in these community buildings.
We're running an art class here in Maeve McCullen Orange Hall. It was really just through word of mouth. We said what we were running and quite a few people showed an interest. There's only a few locals actually that do belong to this area. Most of them are from the wider area, the towns, not even the countryside.
It used to be before the Troubles, the hall was open all the time and they'd have tea dances and plays and lots of people would be in and out. And then when the Troubles come, the hall was closed and only the lodges had their meetings in it. But now we're hoping to open it up and we've had a few different activities in it, but we're hoping to do up the hall and open it up so that it's used regularly again.
We have accessed somewhere around £500,000 total funding for ourselves for this organisation, but that has levered over millions of pounds across County Armagh. We have a number of groups who have managed themselves now to access over £100,000, either to do capital refurbishment to the venues or to provide training, social events and networking events. Whilst our remit is to work with community groups based in Orange Halls, we have also assisted the local churches who have members active in community groups based in Orange Halls.
We're wanting to reach out into the community. We're wanting to use the facilities that we have here to reach out into the community. And what we're aiming to do is to reach out to all the community, regardless of their background and regardless of any religious affiliation that they might have. We're trying to build a community here, and I know that's the same aim as CACD.
Yes, I tutor for several groups in the County Armagh area. Probably the youngest would be primary 4, but maybe 7 or 8 years of age, up to about 60, 70. So there's quite a wide age range. I think really the main thing is the confidence that it gives the children and the adults. They get to take part in examinations, fiddle exams, and also perform at concerts and public events, and also pride in the community that parents and relatives can see their children and their mums and dads in some cases performing on stage. Well, obviously without County Armagh Community Development, they provide the groups with the knowledge and help them access funding to pay for the classes, so it's a big help.
Today we're exploring cultural identity, and I think there are a number of things that we want to come out of this. At a very basic level, it's a networking opportunity. It's where groups from different parts of County Armagh can come together to meet, to grow, to know each other, know a little bit more about their groups.
It's team building and it's examining our own culture, and we have a group of like-minded people here just to discuss our own culture, and maybe we've looked a wee bit at the flags, and the flags even brings in a wee bit of our history and maybe even the shared history. I think this morning has went very, very well. The group seems to be anticipating in the project very well, and everybody seems to be open and seems to be enjoying themselves.
Well, I've been involved in training people from CACD groups in good relations, but I've also facilitated work where there has been cross-community and cross-border connections. What I've noticed is a confidence in people being able to discuss issues that sometimes would be considered very contentious. It is enabling people from a Protestant background to feel secure and to feel able that they are able to partake in both community development and good relations. But before this started, there were very few community groups coming from within inside the Protestant community. When you went to events, there would be community groups, but they would be mainly all coming from a Catholic background. Now when you go to events, there is a much broader base from both communities taking part in mainstream events.
With County Armagh Community Development, we have been able to undertake study visits and best practice visits, things which we in Mullabrack Community Partnership never would have been able to do. County Armagh Community Development have links with Monaghan Community Network, and through that we were able to go along to events with the border counties, and this group here in Mullabrack never would have had that opportunity. And as well as that, study visits that we have done, just recently we were in Belfast doing a study visit to the Shankill Road and actually had the opportunity to meet with ex-combatants, something again which we in Mullabrack Community Partnership would never have been able to, and this all gives us an insight into the work that is going on out there. It takes you out of your comfort zone, it shows you the bigger picture, and it's just a privilege to be able to learn more.
We have been very lucky in funding so far. We've got funded from the IFI, and that's helped us to reach out to the halls around the country. It also has helped us to reach out to Monaghan Community Network, cross-community event south of the border. We are now aiming to meet up with the cross-community groups north of the border. And at the minute the way we're working, we've only hit the tip of the iceberg. We're only starting to see the results of our last 3 years' work.
The County Monaghan Community Network has been informal partners with County Armagh Community Development, and it's a relationship that has grown and grown over the past couple of projects. We have had a range of cross-border visits which was facilitated by County Armagh Community Development and give people from Monaghan the opportunity to learn something about what it was like for people on the ground, the issues that they had to face, and learning a little bit more about a different culture as well. It has raised people's understandings of different cultures and maybe broke down some of the stereotypes people might have had about each other.
Community relations is a vital part of our project. We've been involved in a number of cross-border, cross-community ventures with County Monaghan Community Network, and by us taking the lead, then a number of our groups have been able to go up and make links themselves. We've also been involved with Drogheda Community Forum, and we would have arranged a best practice visit up to Drogheda to meet them, and then some of the people that attended that, they arranged their own event and took members of their own community group up to Drogheda to visit the groups up there.
We've had CACD up to the little village I'm from, Drum village in County Monaghan, which is the Republic's only Protestant village. That's been a good two-way relationship in that members of their group had a great welcome in the Republic and learnt about our lives as minority people and how that we engage in a peaceful and respectful way with the wider community.
The Collaborative Future project is the main bulk of the work that the project CACD has been involved in over the last couple of years or so. We were brought on board to do the mid-term evaluation as independent evaluators. One of the recommendations that was made in the mid-term evaluation was that the project needed to continue. Whilst the work has begun well, there is certainly a need for groups to continue to be supported. Most groups are not quite ready to step out on their own, and particularly in the urban areas we've seen that there was great need there to work along with the groups. In fact, I would say a growing need for the project.
Orange halls are a vital resource in the community because they're already there and they're already owned by the Orange Orders, so there's no debt against them, and it's great to see these halls opening up and being used by all the community because they're there for all the community.
There's people now getting engaged with other people that never thought it would happen before. I myself have been to places that I never thought I'd ever be, talking to people I didn't think I'd be talking to. And we need to keep this going, and without funding it'll come to the wall, and a lot of good work I think would go to waste.
Huh? Yeah!